So picture this, you're running an online store and a customer just like me at the start of this episode, but from a different time zone, has a pressing question about your products. They visit your website at 3 a.m. their time, which is when your support team is sound asleep. And here is where a chatbot is useful. Thanks to AI, your chatbot will be ready and available 24/7, answering questions while you and your team are having your well-deserved rest. Hey there, folks, it's Peter, the Tech Your Business Advocate, back with another useful episode. Over our past episodes, we've been diving deep into how businesses can work better in our online focused world. And today, we're going to look at a very important part of every business, which is customer support. In today's world, customer support is much more than just sorting out issues or handling complaints. It's all about making things smooth, personal, and better for each customer. How are businesses doing this these days? A lot of them are using AI and chatbots. What inspired this episode? A few days ago, I bought something online and I had an issue with it. I'm usually busy all day, so it was at around 11 p.m. at night I remembered to contact online support concerning that issue. So I went online, put my problem in the chat box at the bottom right of the website, and almost immediately I got a response, and in less than 5 minutes I had my problem solved. Why was that possible at that time and that fast? That was because I was communicating with an AI chatbot. That's right. AI and chatbots are changing how customer support works globally. They are here to help your business. From giving instant replies to handling many problems at once, these digital helpers are changing the way we talk to businesses. So whether you're a business owner looking to make your customer service more efficient or just someone interested in new digital trends, stay with us. We're going to help you understand how AI and chatbots can make your customer experience better. So let's dig in. To understand how AI and chatbots are changing customer service, we first need to understand what they are and how they work. Don't worry, I'm not going to go all technical on you. I promise that in the first episode, I'm going to keep everything simple. So while I went deeper into the topic of AI in the second episode, which was the age of AI, I would like all of us to think of AI or artificial intelligence as the brain of an AI chatbot. So AI is basically a computer system that can do tasks that normally need human intelligence. So these tasks can be anything: understanding languages, recognizing patterns, or solving problems. And what's a chatbot? A chatbot is like a virtual assistant that communicates with us in our own language, mostly via text. Chatbots can use AI to understand what we are saying and respond to us in a way that makes sense. So now, not all chatbots are created equally. There are two types of chatbots, which are the rule-based chatbots and the AI-based chatbots, which are more recent. Rule-based chatbots are the simpler ones. So these are programmed to respond to specific commands and questions. For instance, if you use Facebook adverts or you use the Facebook page manager interface, you can see that once you set up your page, there's a place where you can set different types of questions and answers to those questions. So if anyone asks those questions, they just get the answers you said previously. So that's a rule-based chatbot, and these kinds of chatbots don't really understand language or carry on a conversation. All they do is handle straightforward pre-programmed tasks. On the other hand, AI-based chatbots are a lot more advanced. They use something which we call natural language processing, which helps them understand language just like we do. These chatbots can learn over time and handle complex requests, making them more conversational and more human. We've learned what AI and chatbots are and also how they work. So let's get into why they are good for customer support in your business. So picture this, you're running an online store and a customer just like me at the start of this episode, but from a different time zone, has a pressing question about your products. They visit your website at 3 a.m. their time, which is when your support team is sound asleep. And here is where a chatbot is useful. Thanks to AI, your chatbot will be ready and available 24/7, answering questions while you and your team are having your well-deserved rest. In a world where we are used to instant gratification, Chatbots provide immediate responses to customer queries, so there's no waiting on hold, there's no delay, and there's no frustration. And it's also not just about the customers. AI and chatbots can also significantly reduce the workload for human agents. So they handle simple, repetitive inquiries, freeing up your team to focus on more complex issues that require human touch. And get this, chatbots can also provide personalized experiences. They can remember customer preferences, they can suggest products based on past interactions, and they can even send personalized messages. It's just like having a very good personal shopper that knows you very well for the customer. So next, let's talk about some popular businesses that have implemented chatbots. An example of this is Spotify, where we all listen to our music and podcasts too. They are using chatbots for customer support, and their chatbot on Spotify can answer queries, recommend music, and even help users share songs, all in a quick and personalized way. But Spotify is just one example. There are numerous companies worldwide that have seen their customer service quality skyrocket after introducing AI and chatbots. Take the example of Amtrak, the US-based passenger railroad service. Some years ago, they introduced an AI-powered chatbot named Julie, which helps customers book tickets, find station information, and more. The result? Amtrak saw a 25% increase in bookings and saved about $1 million in customer service expenses in the first year alone. For those in the UK, there is also the Royal Bank of Scotland, who launched an AI chatbot called Luvo to help answer customer queries quickly. Luvo can handle simple questions, and when things get too complicated, it hands over to a human colleague. This blend of AI and human touch has led to quick resolution times and happier customers. And it's not just the big corporations. Many small businesses have found success with chatbots too. A lot of e-commerce stores especially implement this using services like mini chats. So from railroads to banks to your local bakery, businesses of all sizes and industries are harnessing the power of AI and chatbots to improve their customer service. So what about you? Now that we've seen the benefits and also shared some success stories, you might be thinking, how do I get started with this in my business? And that's a very good question. So let's break it down for you in simple steps. Step 1, the most important, is identifying the needs of your business. Do you want your chatbot to answer your frequently asked questions? Do you want it to take orders? Do you want it to provide technical support? Or do you want it to do something else? Get clear on what functions you need. Step 2 is choosing a platform or service provider. So there are plenty of options out there, from chatbot builders that require no coding skills such as Chatfuel and Mobile Monkey, and to the more sophisticated AI platforms like OpenAI, IBM Watson, and Google Dialogflow, which will need you to know how to code and also work with APIs. The right solution for you depends on your needs, your budget, and the technical skills you have available to you. So you can use a simple chatbot builder that integrates with their website and doesn't require a team of developers. Step 3 is implementation. This is where you bring your chatbot to life. You define its conversation flows, feed it information, and also integrate it with your website, app, or social media platforms. Keep in mind though that it's important to make the interactions as natural and as helpful as possible. You don't want to frustrate customers with a bot that doesn't understand their questions. I've met a lot of those. I just get tired and hunt for a phone number. So let's move on to the last step, which is testing and refining. Before letting your chatbot loose on your customers, you want to test it thoroughly. And it's very important because especially with AI chatbots, they can go rogue, they can lie, and they can do a lot of things. I've experienced all that. So even after your chatbot is live, you need to keep refining it based on customer interactions and feedback. So there you have it. I've given you a simple roadmap for implementing AI and chatbots in your customer service. It's a step-by-step process, but it's one that can lead to significant improvements in your customer experience. So, we've talked about AI and chatbots, but there's an essential point that I want to stress. Very, very important. The truth I have noticed is that no matter how good your AI gets, it cannot replace the human touch completely. If you go back to episodes 2 and 3, if you notice that they were made using AI, but I couldn't really connect to those episodes because the emotion, a lot of things were missing from them compared to recording the show myself, which takes a lot more time, but I feel much better doing that. I like to think of chatbots and human agents as a dynamic duo working together to enhance customer experience. So what I'm saying is, don't leave everything to AI. You need humans in everything. So let's think about it. AI is great for instant responses, handling simple queries, and also providing support 24/7. But when it comes to complex issues, or when customers are emotional, they are upset, they are frustrated, human empathy and understanding can make a really big difference. So here are a few tips on when to use chatbots and when to involve human agents. So you can use chatbots for things like your FAQs, your simple transactions, and repetitive things like providing initial information. They really excel here. If you remember the e-commerce store I talked about that use many chats, it's perfect for taking orders and answering questions about store hours or the day specials. But when a customer has a complex question or complaint, or when they are clearly frustrated, that's when you need a human agent to step in. The ability of a human to understand emotions, nuances, and complex issues is where they shine. In essence, the goal is to create a seamless blend of AI and human support, giving your customers the best of both worlds. So we are nearly at the end of our journey today, but before we wrap up, I would like to share some do's and don'ts when it comes to using chatbots and AI in customer service. These little nuggets of wisdom will help you get the most out of your AI journey. So let's talk about the do's first of all. First thing is, you should keep the chatbot's language simple, natural, and conversational. If it sounds too robotic, customers might feel that they're talking to a wall, and honestly, nobody wants that. Also, set clear expectations about what your chatbot can and cannot do. If a customer asks a question that's beyond its capabilities, it should gracefully hand over the conversation to a human agent. Also, make sure you regularly update your chatbots. Like any tool, it needs maintenance, so use customer feedback and analytics to fine-tune it and also keep it in top form. Now for some don'ts. Like I said before, avoid overly robotic language. As we said earlier, a chatbot that sounds like a 1980s sci-fi movie computer might be amusing at first, but it quickly gets old. Second don't is, you shouldn't overlook the importance of human agents. A chatbot is a tool. It's not a replacement for your human team. And the last one is that you shouldn't ignore feedback. Both positive and negative feedback from customers are gold mines of information for improving your AI-powered customer support. Alright, so it's almost time to wrap things up, and I hope we've had an exciting journey today. We've taken a deep dive into the world of AI, chatbots, and how they are reshaping customer service. We began by exploring what AI and chatbots are and how they are being used more and more in customer service. Remember, there are different types of chatbots, some more advanced than others, but all aiming to serve customers better and faster. We also talked about the immense benefits of using AI and chatbots, from providing round-the-clock service and instant responses to reducing workload for your human team and even personalizing customer interactions. Let's also not forget the impressive case studies of companies that have seen real, measurable improvements in their customer service thanks to this technology. We've also walked through the process of implementing chatbots and AI in your business, discussed the importance of balancing AI with human touch, and shared some best practices and pitfalls to avoid. The digital age, my friends, is here and it's now, and it's packed full of opportunities to enhance our businesses and better serve our customers. So integrating AI and chatbots into your customer service is not just a trendy move, it's a smart and strategic one capable of boosting your business performance. So as we close today's episode, I encourage you to give this digital help as a thought. Remember, it's not as daunting as it might seem. With the right approach, these tools can be your allies, helping you deliver excellent customer service even while you sleep. So to get more insights on how your business can still thrive in this age of AI, listen to episode 2 of this podcast on how businesses can adapt and thrive in the AI age. So just make a cup of something warm and join me on that episode. Bye for now.